Family, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe and the bell and the like. Leave a comment, fam. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. So, family, we are jumping back into Volt Inu. I will tell y'all this now. This is going to be a pretty lengthy update. There is just a lot that Volt Inu has done in just the last 24 hours. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so fam, let's start here. As we can see, hitting that 48.3 thousand followers on Twitter. Again, headed towards that $50,000 follower milestone. Very, very impressive. I want to say we got about 1,700 more followers before it breaks that milestone. Going to be very, very epic and amazing. Again, I just want to reiterate, y'all, manual migration still going on. It is the pinned tweet for Volt Inu. Just go ahead and get your tokens migrated. Everything that you need should be right here on this link. Now, jump into our first update. Volt says, on top of the 16 centralized exchanges and several decentralized exchanges where Volt is listed on, you can now purchase Volt with Fiat by using your credit or debit card. Volt Inu is just starting to go mainstream. So, family, when I saw this, I thought this was absolutely huge. I actually saw it thanks to Pablo. Again, shout out to Pablo, man. That dude is just a good soul. He's a good individual. And he was the one who posted about the buy with Fiat. If this is the Volt Inu website, as you can see, it does say buy with Fiat. If you click on this link, it takes you here. Now, this is using, this company is called Indacoin, but nonetheless, you can buy the BSC version, which is BEP20, or you can buy the ERC20 version, which is the Ethereum side. Now, I'm not necessarily sure in regards to if you got to pay gas fees or whatnot. So let's say if you wanted to do $1,000, it should show you over here how much volts you'd be getting. You put in your email address here, you put in your Volt wallet, and of course you click buy. Now it does break down. The first transaction should not exceed 500. So I guess I shouldn't even put 1,000. Let's just do 100. You must pass verification on your first purchase, including selfie, picture of document, and proof of address. Make sure your bank card supports 3D Secure. So y'all, you can now buy Volt. Look at all these different languages. We have Italian, Russian, I believe that's Czech, Portuguese, Espanol, Spanish, Dutch, Romanian. I don't know if that's a language, but nonetheless, that's what I'm going to go with. And French. And obviously, you got good old English. Now, this is very, very major. Again, Volt, I want to say, is one of the first projects that has really delivered on this front with having their own fiat gateway. It has been something that's been in their roadmap, but I didn't expect it to be this early. So I was very, very impressed when I saw it. And of course, y'all, just check it out. If you do buy with your credit or debit card, let me know in the comments how your experience was. Let's go ahead and jump into our next update. That's just the first update. Next update, Volt says, we've been delivering during every single day of this bearish market, but we still barely started to Volt yet. Probably nothing. Now, this is my whole thing with Volt Inu, especially when you compare it to other assets, which I don't do. But if you're going to do that, this is my personal take up on it. Volt has literally done everything right. If you have, and again, like if your whole investment thesis is all I care about is the chart, I mean, I'm sorry, you're just not going to be the people who buy Bitcoin at $10 and hold it to 30,000. That's just the truth of the matter, because you're always looking for money too quickly. I'm not worried about how Volt's chart looks. I truly care about the fundamentals of a project, which is they have gotten over 16 exchanges. Really, I think it's 18 when you combine decentralized and centralized. 18 exchanges in less than 5 months. That's nearly unheard of. They have their own fiat gateway. Again, nearly unheard of. They have their own play to earn game where they're paying out thousands of dollars in rewards. And truthfully, all I can do is respect that and support the developer, and I'm holding on my asset. Anything else outside of that, I can't take it seriously, because I've been in crypto long enough to know that this is a pretty, I'm not going to be like miraculous delivery, but it is definitely an over delivery of the project, and that's just how I feel about it. So that's why I continue to support the Volt project, because they genuinely do deliver on their they deliver to their community, for their community, and they deliver for the success of this long-term asset. And that's why I am diamond hands on Volt. So again, very, very impressed with the development thus far. Volt says, while the market is tanking, the Volt army keeps volting. So this was about a $50,000 buy right here, y'all. And this is a new buyer position, as you can see right there. So new whales are getting into the Volt. They're getting into the Volt project, and rightly so. I mean, truth be told, I do hold other assets in my portfolio, but again, I am very, very impressed with the delivery that Volt has been able to push through. I'm blown away with it, to be completely honest. And please put it in the comments, man. If there's any other project that has delivered similar to Volt at the same pace, on the same intensity, please drop it in the comment section so I can learn about it. But I'm not seeing any other, I'm just not seeing the same delivery all around the crypto space. And people are talking about bear markets and all that, which I completely understand. I got no issue with that if you think we're in a bear market. I just know that I'm going to hold on my Volt investment, which is in major profit. So, I mean, again, man, that's why you get in early. And I didn't even get in early like day one. I mean, I just got in earlier. And I think that even now in the multi, right now we're about 100 million plus. I mean, even in this range, they're expected to go to $1 billion. Now we will see what happens, but I think that in a lot of ways, we're going to get to $1 billion market cap, because I do believe that Volt does have some tier one exchanges on the back end that they are not, they're not revealing yet. So Voltinu says, Volt is art, math, a family, culture, a brand, and so much more. You just love to see it. And again, so this is a painting, or a digital art. And when I looked at it at first, I didn't really get it. But then there's an influencer that kind of posted something about it and used this actual, this text, these 4 lightning bolts. And what does it mean? It's like, when someone asks you what time it is, you say, it's Volt o'clock. And I mean, that's what the lightning bolts actually mean. So it'd be like they take the place of the hours and the minutes. So if you didn't understand what the art meant or what you were looking at, that's exactly what it means. All right, so fam, check this out. Volt is vaulting in the Bodrum Marina. 40 screens getting vaulted 240 times a day in one of the most visited Turkish places. Now, I brought this up in my last update, or at least an update this week, because when, Volt they did post like the crescent moon. And again, if you know anything about the crescent moon, it is a highly beloved symbol to Muslims out there. And I just want to give a major shout out to obviously all our Muslims out there. And Turkey would be a very big place for, the Muslim culture. When I saw that they were posting the crescent moon, I was like, look, man, I'm expecting more marketing in, and of course, more Arab regions, regions where, some of these regions, their flag has the crescent moon up on it. So I was just putting 2 and 2 together. Makes a lot of sense. As we can see here, what happened nearly, I think, not even a couple of days, maybe even a week after that, we got this, which is in real life marketing right in the middle of Turkey. And I mean, I don't know this region, but you can tell just looking at the background, this is probably one of the most visited, most beautiful places in Turkey. Looks like you got the ocean over here. You got the marina right here. Absolutely beautiful. So again, there's going to be a lot of people who see this. And initially, again, Volt is growing itself in a cultural way. As in, okay, we saw it. You got to think like like they said, a brand. So when you think about brands early on, like this brand, I'm wearing, it's called Champion. Champion, I think, was started in 1919. I don't think they were the most popular brand in 1919, but they stuck through. They continued development. They continued to grow their clothing. And now Champion is probably in almost every single store in America, probably around the world. So again, Volt, I feel like, is doing the right things in this market. Now, our next update. Volt is the only Inu vaulting, and there is nothing you can do about it. Now, again, y'all, my whole thing is, Even if the market is a bear market and, charts are going to go up and down, I've long evolved past worrying about what the charts look like. And the truth is this. I think that there's a lot of assets that are doing great in the market, but when it comes to Volt specifically, they are very, very active on their social medias. They're very, very active in their Telegram. In their Telegram, they have at times hundreds of people in their voice chat. I think the most I've ever seen was like 500 people at once in a voice chat. 500 people in a voice chat, and I don't think those people are muted. Those people can all speak. And it's just a good community. It's a good family to be a part of, and that's what this is all about. Providing a great opportunity for obviously investors all around the world. And again, for me, I diamond hands because I am collecting a crazy amount of reflections, and I'm happy with that, and I want to see where Volt can go moving forward. Now, the future holds a lot of voltage. Now, this was a actual article, and in this article, it talks about the future. We're just going to skim over it, but they go into the migration. They talk about Volt early on. Again, this is just beautiful press release. So moving forward, the Volt Inu 2D Racers, undoubtedly one of the project's most anticipated release was its Volt Inu 2D Racers game, featuring a play-to-earn model. The game challenges players to race for free and compete to earn individual prizes, as well racing on a pay-to-play basis where they can compete to make their projects earn a buyback and burn. They are looking at a launchpad / incubator. Volt Inu has garnered the support of a rapidly growing community ever since its launch. Now the development team is planning a launchpad / incubator that would reward the project's followers grouped under the Volt Army moniker. The Volt Army will benefit from early investments in projects prioritizing quality over quantity. Holding a considerable amount of Volt tokens and the project's upcoming NFTs will allow users access to reserved allocations. So again, y'all, Volt, as we've said, it's following a SHIB path. It's following that Shiba Inu path. And as it follows that path, as we all know, SHIB did drop 2 other tokens, Bone and Leash. But, what will Volt drop on its end with its own ecosystem? And I do know that if they do, I'm not going to say if, when they do drop their next projects, I will be a holder in those projects as well, because I just like everything I'm seeing with Volt. They got into asset investment support. Fundamentally, Volt Inu is a hyper-deflationary token aiming to invest in numerous blockchain-based assets. For instance, the project seeks to continuously acquire NFTs, nodes, altcoins, and more. According to its current white paper, support for staking and stablecoin farming are 2 extra features that should one day enter the Volt vault. Volt merchandise will also play a decisive role in the project's development. A store section on the Volt Inu website is already live, showcasing proprietary merch. All in all, Volt Inu can finally put the token migration behind and focus on these ambitious plans ahead. Absolutely beautiful article. Love the imagery. It's like we didn't even, we got way past the moon, man. We going past Mars. So, like I said, y'all, these press releases that Volt does, it for me is an example of over delivering as a development team, and I love what I'm seeing. So right here, as we can see, Volt says, while people tend to be proud and bragging about past achievements, we're more focused and volted than ever about what lies ahead. So again, family, Volt has been, I think they've been very, very humble in the market. I do think they have if y'all think that they're done with delivering on their delivering for this community, I just don't think that's ever going to end. I think that we're going to be here a year from now. We're going to be here 2 years from now, and Volt is still going to keep vaulting, man, one day at a time. So very beautiful. Again, y'all, this was another listing that we had got on coinstore.com. It does look like they are beginning trading today. But it does say CoinStore lists Volt. So sometime today they should begin trading. It does say that you'll be able to withdraw also at some point in time today during the 6th. So, again, just heading up. We're headed towards our 19th listing. Very, very impressive. Volt Inu says, if you don't know what to do when the market is bearish, never forget Volt keeps vaulting every day. And again, if you are kind of confused about what's going on in the market, if you're very, very, you're looking at the market, you just don't know what to do. Again, I am holding Volt, and it's just, I'm not going to lie. It is a pretty hefty investment on my end, but a lot of that is because, you get in early and the coin kind of takes off. You start seeing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 X's and possibly more. And, me, if you do what's best for your family, but at the end of the day, like I don't even think that was the major pump. I mean, if they're trying to follow Shiba Inu, I'm just taking it one day at a time. So I'm very, 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 very honored that, they are offering this opportunity in this market at this time. So Volt says, what if Volt reaches a $1 billion market cap or more while everyone's still bearish? I think that's going to be very, very crazy because, again, some people are looking at the market in a very bearish sentiment. Me personally, I always stay bullish. I just feel like you got to stay bullish. I'm not worried about how the coins you got to find ways to make money in the market. It's not about how bearish or bullish the market is. It's about, how do you find these opportunities within this market? So again, I do believe that 1 billion is on its way. And then obviously the grand goal is trying to hit 50 billion or more. So Volt says Volt plus math equals, a bear market, the end of the bear market. And it says, if you Volt. So again, y'all, what do we have here? The Green Ranger. The Green Ranger was created to do evil. The Green Ranger was created to fight against the Power Rangers. But what did the Green Ranger do? The Green Ranger made a decision and said, no, I am going to fight for good. I am going to fight with the Power Rangers, and I am going to help them against the evils of, I forgot who their main villain was, but nonetheless, all I remember is the Power Rangers, they kept moving and they villains just went away. So at the end of the day, Volt is growing in this market very, very fortuitously. Even at 100 million, I think that's an over delivery for a lot of people. And, if you haven't secured your bag, you're more than welcome to. But if you Volt, man. So this was from a community member. They said not all Inus were built to be the same. Some were created to do exponential things and do the impossible. Some were created to be just your average meme dog. But Volt has been slaying this bloody red market like no other. 3 zeros down. But imagine a Volted market. And as you can see here, it says the God of Volt. If y'all don't know, God of War is probably one of the most favorite games among people in my generation, probably the generation before us as well. And I am waiting on that God of War 2 so I can get it up on that PS5. But nonetheless, Volt is doing its thing out here in the market, and I think that it's been very impressive. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do y'all think? Volt says the Volt wave is coming and you can't escape it. So in this video, let's just get into this. Says more than 45,000 holders, more than 15 exchange listings, showing if not all of its exchange listings, and many listings are on the way. The hyper deflationary Inu investing in NFTs, nodes, and altcoins. Probably nothing. And all I got to say is this, I definitely want to take the time. I want to give a big shout out to CZ and his team at Binance. Binance really did me a solid. They did me a great favor. And I'm really hoping that, Volt is going to get listed on Binance so I can keep a couple of my coins there. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep a couple of my billions on Binance. I would definitely love to have that. So yeah, I want to keep some on Binance. I want to keep some on KuCoin. I want to keep some on Coinbase. And y'all know I want to keep some on crypto.com. So yeah, y'all, look, I think they got more listings on the way. If you Volt, man. And last but not least, Volt Inu says, I want to give a major shout out to Elon Musk, man. He is doing his thing. He is a real champion in this world, man. He says, we're going to listen to the GOAT Elon Musk himself. That's the only way to Volt. So this was a quote tweet from Elon Musk. And he basically was commenting to Shibatoshi Nakamoto, who I believe was at one time a Dogecoin developer. And he basically is saying that, okay, well, Dogecoin should have some additional utility, businesses accepting Doge, using Doge as a tipping currency, and then a Doge Ethereum bridge. Now, what did Elon Musk say? He said, well, first one, definitely. So, yeah, businesses got to accept it. Second one is nice. Yeah, you could do some tipping with that. And he said the third one isn't needed, in my opinion. So, look, Volt's basically saying, look, man, if that's the case, will we see Volt have the capability to do tipping? Will we see Volt start to partner with businesses? We have seen them partner with CryptoCart, which does give you the ability to use Volt to buy things on Amazon and a bunch of other places. But family, I definitely want to hear your thoughts and comments about what Volt is doing in this market, man. Volt is absolutely doing its thing in this market. I personally am impressed. A lot of people are impressed. A lot of the whales are impressed with what is going on with Volt. And I just want to hear your thoughts and comments about the project, because I love to hear your thoughts and comments, family. Now, I just want to thank everyone for joining me here on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Follow me on Twitter, fam. I will see y'all on my next broadcast. I love y'all, fam. Y'all take care and have an amazing day.